It was an election the majority of Algerians didn't want, and an outcome likely to be rejected by many. Tens of thousands rallied across Algeria as the results of the presidential election were announced.
Abdelmadjid Tebboune.
Abdelmadjid Tebboune received just over 4.9 million votes, achieving a total of 58.15% of the vote.
Abdelmadjid Tebboune is a former Prime Minister of Algeria. Both men who held that position before and after him were found guilty of corruption. He served during the 20-year rule of President Abdelaziz Bouteflika, who resigned in the face of mass demonstrations in April. But with less than 40% of the 24 million eligible voters turning out and millions describing the election as a sham, the new leader will likely have a difficult job ahead of him.
One thing remains sure, Tebboune is not going to have any concrete, any real legitimacy. And this will put him under a lot of pressure from the people who have been escalating in their demands and asking for more and more, and pressure under the military who brought him to power.
The military-backed interim government was hoping the outcome would end months of protests. Demonstrators demanded widespread political reform. With none in sight so far, they're unlikely to be happy with the election result. Nicola, Gage, Aljazeera.
Well, Mohammed Kirat is a professor of strategic communication at Qatar University, and he explained why protesters are furious with the outcome of this election.
People today are out on the street like every Friday, and next Friday they will be out. Students will be out on Tuesday because, you know, to them Abdelmadjid Tebboune is not a legitimate president. He was elected in an environment of, we can say, Bouteflika system. You know, because nothing changed. The government was unconstitutional. The legislative council also was not constitutional, and even, you know, this authority, the independent authority of election, it's not representative. You know, it was made of by the people who are close to the regime and the system. Maybe we can get to a solution if the army step out of the political system at all, you know, just go to its barracks and stay there and leave Tebboune. Tebboune, if he wants to win the challenge, he has to sit with the protesters, with Al-Hiraq, and he has to respond to the demands of the people who have been in the streets since the 22nd of February. This means that Tebboune has to get a new government, a new constitutional council, a new election law, and so on and so forth. So many things have to be changed, and the Algerians wanted these things to happen before the elections.